Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this one we're making a tamarind ginger juice, and if you have not yet seen any of my other juice videos, I'll leave a few of them in the video cards above, and I'll definitely leave some of the links to a few in the description bar below. So right here we have about 1 pound of tamarind, and they're in the shell, and you'll see what they look like next. And I'll be using about half a cup of grated ginger, and we're gonna boil this for about 15 minutes and set it aside to cool, because we'll be getting real, hands-on with this juice after it's cooled. So this tamarind, as you can see, it's in a hard shell. Well, the shell is not that hard, but it's in a pod shell kind of thing. And when you crack it open, that's when you'll see the fruit. And this is what the fruit looks like. And you're just gonna separate the pulp by drawing out that, we'll say stem. And the stem, you just set them aside. There's no purpose, there's no benefit from the stem. And then when you break it apart, that's your pulp, and inside the pulp you have your seed. So the seed extract helps to lower your blood sugar levels. So for persons who are diabetic and might find that their blood levels are a little bit too high, using the seed, boiling the seed, will help to bring your sugar levels to a safe level. And the pulp of the tamarind, they say, may help with losing weight. And yes, of course, you need to exercise and to watch what you eat, but it aids in the weight loss process, right? So we're just gonna separate all of these from their shell, and you're just gonna put that into a pot with about 4 cups of water, and you let that boil for about 15 minutes and let that come to a complete cold temperature, because you'll be using your hands after that. Tamarind is also an excellent source of iron, and it's an excellent source of fiber, among other added benefits. All right, so we can read up on that. I'm not a dietitian, and I'm definitely not a doctor. Guys, I read all of these things. So right here, we're adding all of this in water to it, and to ensure that you get your measurements right, I'm just gonna say this is 1 pound of tamarind in the shell, and half a cup of grated ginger, to 4 cups of water that we're gonna boil for 15 minutes. Right, so this is what it looks like while it's boiling. You can see that the tamarind has softened up, has loosened, and right now more than 15 minutes have passed, and some of the seeds boiled out of their pulp, and this is what it's looking like right there. So I'm just going to show you right now. This is what one of the pulp look like. It's very soft, it's very mushy, and that is what you want. And you're just gonna wash your hands now and clean them up real good, because you'll be immersing your hands into this juice, and you're just gonna squeeze all of that, get them into your hand and squeeze it together to kind of separate seeds from pulp, separating seeds from pulp, that kind of stuff. You have some pieces of ginger, you don't need those anymore, you can just take them out, and you're just gonna do that until you're satisfied, and then you strain. You'll be straining this to how many? 2 to 3 times just to ensure that everything has been extracted. You get all of the juice necessary, and I'm using this spoon to help me with the straining process. And there you see some of the seeds and a piece of maybe a couple of the gingers and the pulp itself. And I know that you can, perhaps if you want to save, you can also use this to probably make chutney, or you can use it to make a paste after you've strained all of this pulp from your pot, right? You take out the seeds and remove any pieces of ginger that you might, any big pieces of ginger, and you can also use this to cook. Use this to make a tamarind sauce. um if you had more, also a tamarind paste. um Tamarind is not only used for making juice, it's also used in cooking, right? So we're gonna strain this, as I said, 2 to 3 times, just to ensure that you've gotten rid of any unnecessary residue from your juice. And you sweeten to with any added sweetener of your choice, honey, sugar, and that kind of stuff. You could also add a lime to this. I know people have used vanilla, add vanilla to this, but it depends on the purposes of why you're drinking this juice, right? I personally just added, I separated mine, and I just added a little bit of honey to one portion, and then the rest of it I just drank just like that, just with the ginger that the tamarind was boiled with. And then just because I wanted to get a taste of what it would taste like with a little bit of honey, and it was okay. I will add though that tamarind has a little soury, tarty taste to it, so people might not like that taste, so you'll find that they will added sweeteners to it. And the reason why I said added sweeteners is because tamarind within itself is sweet. The pulp is sweet, and um the the seed doesn't really have any taste, but the pulp is sweet. So I said added sweeteners. So you can just serve this over some ice, or you can set it aside for a couple of hours in your fridge and let it chill that way. And I just basically had a glass of that over ice, and then just poured the rest in different bottles, containers that I'll have daily. So I hope you like this one. Please subscribe, share, stay